Superstar.
Yeah,
Yes, and I gave that horse to my daughter when she turned 16 as a gift to her, and it was a magnificent horse that did all its own stunts. And I had a stand-in for the horse. I went when they were lighting because he was such a wonderful performer. I wouldn't let him stand there. I took him off and had an extra horse stand in for Superstar. Magnificent animal. If you see the clips or see the show and you see the stunts we do them together. And it was very exciting for me to be on the same page with him. Well, then I was training to turn professional as a boxer, and I was going to fight in Tokyo. And prior to that, I was going to do exhibitions with Emil Griffith, who at that time was middleweight champion of the world, and we were going to do exhibitions for the Vietnam veteran soldiers, and we were going to do them for the soldiers. But he lost his title to an Italian, and I did a stunt on the Wild West, and I had a 6-inch lineal fraction of the high temple fracture, and that ended my opportunity for a year to turn pro. And with Emil out of it and me after waiting a year, I boarded the opportunity to turn pro and fight in Tokyo. Yeah, he broke his leg, but Ross was being interviewed on the Johnny Carson show, and Johnny wasn't a fan of mine. I'll tell you a story about that. It was kind of interesting. But Johnny said, "So now, do you do your own stunts?" And Ross said, "No, I do my own acting." "Yes, Mr. Martin." And I saw it and I said, "You son of a bitch." To Johnny Carson fans, I don't mean to offend you, I just want to share this with you. So John was married to one of the wives, and they're arguing, and she later had a short-lived TV series, so if you remember her, that's who she was. And they're arguing, and who comes on but Uncle Bob, and she points to the TV and says, "Now that is a real man." And that was the end of my Johnny Carson show. Yeah, they wanted to do the show. We had Ida Lupino, who I admired, who was one of the first female directors. She did the show. Yeah, we had, celebrated people. I had a memory of him outside the China Trader restaurant in Burbank.
Well, tell us. We're your friends. It won't go any farther.
Well, I know what the statute of limitations is. We had a dispute during the filming of the pilot, and Dick Warner was in it. We got into the parking lot, and this guy made an unnecessary, arrogant remark. And he paid the price right in. Short to the chin. Lawsuit. Anyway, no, he didn't do it. Hey, Richard, how you doing, bro?
Great. So glad you have a chance to see you.
Thank you. Pleasure seeing you, too. I'm surprised that anybody here be here.
Richard, we're going to give you a chance to talk about your memories of this man on stage here. He's talking about everybody else. We want to hear what you think about him.
What?
It's a shot.
Did you bring him? Forget about Michael. Talk about him. I remember him throwing me down a flight of stairs. I'll never forgive him.
Nobody could double for you either, could they?
Yeah, but he beat me up so much I ended up like this. My memories of Bob was that he was a very, very dedicated actor who wanted very much to entertain people, and he didn't mind when I tried stealing a few scenes here and there. I think he kind of applauded it. And as a really nice guy, one of the few real gentlemen leading man that I worked with, along with Roger Moore and a couple of others. But not too many.
Thank you for that, Matt. I appreciate it, and you and working with Michael was one of the joys of doing the show. Really, I mean,